And we are live. Wednesday Night with Those Guys, and Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys.
Welcome everyone to Wednesday Night with Those Guys. And as you know, Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. Normally, I would say to everyone in the chat or whoever's listening, if the weather is nice where you are, let me know how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drone. In spite of the good weather we've been having here in the Northeast, some of our brothers and sisters have been hit very hard with some bad weather due to some hurricanes, such as Hurricane Helene, who has hit some of our brothers in the South very hard. And my heart goes out to some of these people who have been affected by it. And you're in my prayers. And I know that now we're expecting Milton to hit the southern area of the country.
Yeah.
So
prayers do go out to everyone in the Florida area that's being hit now, as this is actually live radar.
The Category 5 storm.
It's supposed to hit land at Category 3, they predicted, but it hit land at a Category 4.
Really? Okay.
Now the eye right here has not hit land yet, the bulk of the storm. But the worst part of a hurricane is the out part, where all this wind and stuff is, the rain and water. So our prayers go out to the entire state of Florida, some parts of lower Georgia also, and anyone in that area.
Yeah, the last one was bad. It hurt a lot of people in the Carolina area, but I don't know. There's a lot of, elite. I'm hoping that there's something happens. There's a lot of places that for donations and stuff like that.
Yeah. There are places that you can, your donations will make it down there. Philip Koshak, how are you, sir? He says he's working, but he's listening and lurking. Prayers to the ones in the path of Milton with tornadoes and storm surge. Yeah, because they're talking about a 15 to 17 foot storm surge first. And then whatever the second or third one is that comes in after that, of course, is equal to a little higher or a little lower. And then on top of that, all of that water, they're going to have about 16 to 18 inches of rain. So now you have a 15-foot wall of water and another 18 inches on top of that coming down on you. So, hey, SJM, how are you? How's everybody? So our prayers do go out to anyone in the path. I know a few of the YouTube influencers have been relocating. I did see last night Dan Drone Worship. I think he's headed to Jacksonville. Everyone's headed up north.
Okay.
And something to do with it's going to take about 12 hours to cross the entire state of Florida from one side, from the east, from the west side, the water to the over into the Atlantic. So they're gonna get a lot of water. I'm back in the cold, SJM says. Weren't you in Mexico? I think last week or the week before, someone was in Mexico. Was that you, Steve?
Who?
Someone had signed in and checked out the show and was like, "Hey, what's up, everybody from in Mexico?"
No.
Maybe it was. I don't recall.
I
I have
don't
a
know.
lot of friends, drone buddies that travel.
But you know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
We I guess gonna keep the show going as usual, right?
Yes, definitely.
So what we're going to do is we're going to see who's in the chat.
Okay, I can do that real quick.
And
All right.
that's on a loop. You know what I'm saying to you?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
now I can actually shout out Steve, SJM. Yes, he said he got back yesterday. SJM Medias, John Olson in the chat also, along with Philip Koshat, the Shack Show. You guys got to check out that song. I just heard it for the first time today. Waypoint New England is also in the chat as well. Philip Koshat says he's listening in the background. Eldon, Takeoff, Lift, and Land, Bronx, New York flights is also in the house. And that seems to be it. Oh, John Olson. Can't forget John Olson. He was here first. So John Olson gets a shout out as well. We know a lot of you guys are busy. Some guys, this is the time where people are either working or going to work or coming home from work. So we understand if you don't chat too much. Plus, there are a lot of people who listen to the live stream from the South down there. So we don't know what's happening. I do know they expect power outages. So shout out to everybody who would like to make it and can't. Gary, hit the like button. Gary just gets an explosion too. Gary just came in. Frank area. Oh, he got the news flash. Gary got the news flash. See, now this is when Gary should come on and give us some Canadian news.
Uh-oh, Gary's here? Wow.
Yeah. There we go. There you go. He gets his own personal explosion. What's up, Gary? Hey, Gary, I might have to work out some type of payment plan with you where you can send me a bottle or two of some rum. And you reciprocated for it without it looking like you're smuggling alcohol across the state line. I'll DM you about that in the future before the holidays. Holidays are coming too. Yeah, you can make a few extra dollars, man.
This is funny.
What happened?
No.
And Gary says I'm gun shy.
That's what it is.
I don't believe that.
He's gun shy.
Doesn't Gary have a daughter?
Yeah.
Does Gary have a daughter? I don't know. Yeah, Gary, do you have a daughter?
Yes, he does.
If he's got a daughter, then he's not gun shy.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Tell that bull to someone else. Someone that don't know better, right? Anyway, welcome everybody to Wednesday Night with those guys. Like
every
we said,
man that's got a daughter has contemplated on picking up a pistol.
Or already owns one.
Or already has one.
Yeah, definitely. I have a daughter and son. Son's a veteran. See, even more so. You know, hey, son, why don't you bring me home one of those, when you come home and leave it here. I'll take care of it.
What am I lost with?
One of those weapons you're allowed to carry.
Oh.
Buy one. I know they issue you one. You can buy one also as a secondary sidearm.
No, you're trying to get somebody in trouble.
Never mind. I digress. I tried. His weapon was a tank. Oh, damn. See? Even worse. Could you imagine? Gary, hey, I got this tank in the backyard. Can't take it nowhere, but it sure as hell looks cool.
It
Get
depends on what
inside it and spin the turret around.
it depends on what the thieves are trying to get.
That's true. Yeah, you definitely can't bring that home. Hey, Angel, what's up, man? How are you? The drone guy, 42. I know he's usually
What's going
on his
on, man?
way home around this time of the day also.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? You know, there's a few events coming up in the drone community, in the drone world, and there's a few things happening around the country. And you know, it's hard to talk about some of these things that's happening, but you know, with what's going on now with the hurricanes and stuff like that.
Hey, Corey, what's good, man? Click
What's
that
going,
thumbs up.
you know, but one of the events that's coming up, and it's coming up actually, what? Wow, in a month from now, exactly one month.
Exactly 1 month.
Mm-hmm. Which is the yeah, really, it's really a month from now because we're what? Well, yeah, well, yeah, a month from now. The Las Vegas, or should I say the Vegas drone meetup. It is November 8th through the 10th. And if I was you, I hope you booked your hotel already and everything like that. I hope you
Yeah,
can make.
by now.
Yeah, me, I would love to be there, but I can't make it. I'm gonna be
We
in the
have football.
yeah, I got football and God willing, I'll be in the playoffs. And you know, so I like I said, it's gonna be a great meetup. I've seen some of the venues they have for the guys to go and fly. And
Right.
if you can make it, make it. And if you can make it, I hope you have already booked your hotel. You know, it's going to be a big event. Hey, what's up, Bill? Coast to coast. It's going to be a big event, you know, and listen, other than going to fly a drone, right? Other than being out there, like I said, with all of the camaraderie of flying your drone and everything like that,
Uh-huh.
and other than walking the strip of Vegas and saying, you know, and saying that, or going to gamble, if you know, if you're staying on the strip, there's a lot of other things to do in Vegas other than gamble. I've been there a few times,
I've never.
more than a handful, I should say.
I'm
And
I'm kind of partial, but I haven't been there yet.
what do you mean?
It's just I'm kind of partial. I really don't want to go anywhere I can't fly.
Well, they're going to be flying out there. There's places to fly out there.
Yeah, I
But
know.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you is this. What I'm saying to you is everybody knows Vegas because it's a city built in the desert. And if you look honestly, and I tell you, if you've never been there, if you're flying there, get a window seat to see it when you come in, when you're flying in. It's just different than any other place. Like you're just flying, like you can see. Like when you're flying into New York, it's like, okay, wow, we're flying into like, oh, what the hell? Watch out for those buildings. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You get up a little bit, get up a little bit, get up a little bit. You know, but you know, in New York, you know, it's a canyon of buildings,
Right.
and some parks, like that big one over your shoulder there.
Yeah, Central Park. It's
And but you know, this when you're flying in there, it's like I first went in there, I was like, damn, you can see the last damn house in the state.
Because you go, I can imagine. So you're saying you go from seeing nothing to starting to see civilization to seeing the shape of civilization, and you're flying towards it in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't see the last damn house.
Wow, it's
Like,
that bad.
like, wow.
We're here in New York.
It's still more room to develop out there, is what I'm saying to you. And there's more room to develop all over the country. But in the immediate Vegas area, yeah, there's still more room to develop. And they just tore down the Tropicana.
Yeah.
They want to make room for the stadium. They're gonna put the stadium on the strip.
Yes.
Oh,
They
I got it.
down the Tropicana.
You see, you know what is funny? There's a move right away to make money for the team, because Major League Baseball has made failing moves for a long time,
Right.
With ownership of that team going back to God knows when. Probably to when Jackson and them were trying to buy the team, but it's neither here nor there. But yeah, now it's going to Vegas because of everybody. There's no real fans. It's just a bunch of everybody, and the people who live there gonna now get a baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
I think it's a strategic. It's a great idea.
It is.
With a failing gambling community, all of that supposedly failing, or they're not making as much money as they should. With a stadium there, you guaranteed to get money from something, because the stadium will have other venues, other music acts, concerts, etc. That's a money maker.
Well, you know what? If you stop stifling people in the other states, then people will visit and they will gamble. But that's another.
People will travel again.
Right? Yeah, but whatever. But yeah, but Vegas is a great meetup to make, and if you can make that, and I hope you've booked your reservations already to make that, it will be a great place to visit. Like I said, I love going out there because I do a lot of other things other than gamble. And no, I don't leave Las Vegas. I just leave. I'm in the actual immediate area, and I go to a lot of the events and attractions that they have. And if you like to shop, then yeah, the strip may be for you. But yeah, there's places out there. I like to hit up the shooting range and stuff like that. And if you are a person that likes, eating burgers and stuff like that, right there on the strip, you got Fat Burger. You got to check that out.
Okay.
Build your own burger.
Oh, I could spend a day trying different burger joints. One for breakfast, one for maybe lunch or dinner. I could do that.
Is there something wrong with you?
Huh?
Is there something wrong with your burger joints or one burger?
No, I could have a burger in the morning. Like, I would try a burger in the morning and declare it breakfast legally. I'd have them put an egg sunny side up on it.
I'm glad you said that, because
that would make it legal.
Fat Burger will do that for you.
See, that's the kind of burger joint I would like to spend my money at.
You want steak fries or thin fries?
See, this is what I'm talking about now. You're giving me options. You don't want the little weak ass thin.
You want a vanilla
shoestring.
You want a vanilla shake
or banana shake?
What kind of shake you want?
Banana.
You want banana? All right, scoop out some banana ice cream and make them a milkshake.
They have really. See,
that's how they do it.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So you sitting there to the point where you can't even walk out of there when you finish.
No, I wouldn't eat all that shit there. I had to take that with me, because I know once I start eating it, I'm not going to want to go anywhere.
Well, you can get up to 2 pounds of burger on the bun.
See, now you're making my mouth water. Ooh, my stomach's a bubbling.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You
Ooh,
know what?
that's a lot of beef to be digesting. 2 pounds. Damn.
Well, the last time I was there, they had your choice of turkey or beef, but it's been a minute.
You gotta get Scott. All right. All right.
Wow.
Really quick, Scott came in and said, blow me up, meaning he's coming and requesting an explosion. So you gotta hit up Bill. Give us a second to cue it up. Hey, Michael Blades, how are you? So Bill Coast came in. He gets a shout out real quick and an explosion. And then I'm waiting to see him. We got Bill Coast to Coast who came in. We got Jackrabbit who also joined us. And we have a fourth person, Michael Blades, that's got here as well. And someone who I was concerned about, I'm concerned about you all. Again, I picked you. Drone Worship. I think you've made it to Jacksonville and all is well. Hey, Brooklyn Jimmy and Billy Hardwood from up in Rhode Island. Brooklyn Jimmy got to get an explosion too. Come on, Billy Hardwood. Every time somebody comes in, we're gonna try and stick with it.
Well, see, it's supposed to be only in the original roll call.
You're right, the original roll call. We're enjoying chicken wings in the hotel. That's good. Dan says he's safe in a hotel. I hope your girl came down and everybody. I know they were evacuating down there, and he was going live randomly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Dan, I'm surprised. You're actually becoming you've turned into the kind of person that surprised me back in the day. Someone stole his gas can out of his truck. He was gone 7-8 minutes, and he didn't get mad about it. He sat there and said, "You know what? I guess someone else needed it more than me."
Really? Did you see?
And he kept it moving.
I guess he didn't see the guy.
I compliment you on that, Dan. Seriously. Oh, Barkley gets one too. Barkley's got to get a boom. Yeah, so the chat isn't so quiet. Come on, you give one more explosion for Barkley. He says, "Do you need the chat to be acknowledged by being present?" Boom.
Well, see, the whole purpose of the explosion was not so much an explosion, but it was to acknowledge the people who were in the chat when we did the roll call. If you missed the roll call, Barkley, then maybe you missed the roll call, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
Herman is too old to give another explosion. See? What's up, Scott?
That's what it is, Barkley.
Yes.
You might be too old to be withstanding these explosions. Like I said about the Vegas meetup. Yeah, Vegas is a great place to visit. Other than flying your drone in the spots that they have set up for guys to go and meet up and fly. Trust me, it's a great place. Like I said, I personally like going to the range and shooting guns and stuff like that, and visiting different hotels and seeing different attractions that they have in these different places on the strip. And I don't do much gambling myself.
Right.
I've gone to a couple of the shows that they have at different places. It's a fun time. You know what I mean? Especially if you have somebody else with you to hang out with, or a bunch of people to hang out with. It is. Trust me. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. And after that, we got what's that? The Electrify Expo in New York, Lawrence, October 12th through the 13th.
Oh, really?
At the Nassau Coliseum, right? Because it was supposed to be at Citi Field, but it was switched to the Nassau Coliseum.
Yes, that's crazy. They moved it to a larger venue. But this Electric Expo will have everything. You can demo. They'll have e-cars, e-trucks, e-boards, e-skateboards, e-bikes, e everything, scooters, you name
And
it.
Kid Zone too.
Yes, so this demo zone, they'll have this section of e-cars where you can line up and take an e-car for a demo drive. You have your e-motorcycles. Dan, I know you would have loved this. I know he's a real engine dude, but I'm sure he would have enjoyed taking one of
Well,
their bikes for a spin.
well,
Then you
isn't it?
have the commuter, huh? Go ahead.
But isn't it going to Texas? And I think next.
It's going down in that area. I could get a list of where they're going to be. I would go there to try the e-scooters because I'm looking for a scooter like this.
Uh-oh.
But the e-skateboards, e-go-kart, the kid zone, especially the go-karts, electric go-karts for them. There's a lot of stuff going on at this place.
I could see you with that e-scooter, Lawrence, with the backpack on your back with all your gear in it.
Listen, dude. Yeah, I do it when I'm talking to you. I was talking to you the other day. I just came back from flying.
And a tripod. And a tripod.
Now you're reaching. Tons of food is going to be happening here. I will post a link to this in the chat if you're in the New York City area. Now, keep in mind, they are going to other places. Hold on real quick.
Yeah, I told you.
And the ticket is $20.
Yeah,
the ticket is $20. I will find where the map is of their schedule, the e-show schedule, and I will post it in the chat.
Whoa, that's this weekend.
Electrify Expo. This one is for this weekend, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Here, Electrify schedule. You're right. They will be in Austin, Texas. On November 9th. November 9th to the 10th.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on?
It's something to check out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, if you're into if you are curious about electric vehicles or getting a scooter or something like that.
E-cars, right, bike.
Yeah, if you're curious about it, then I guess that's the place to be to find out about it, right? From the hands-on experts of the people who know, you know.
Yes, definitely. I think they have about two more shows after Texas. I don't know where they will be, but you just type in the Electrify Expo schedule or Electrify Expo, and you'll see everything pertaining to them. Somebody give Herman a power drink. Someone said, Barkley's messing with you since you had your birthday, bro.
You know what? I don't pay Barkley no mind. You know why I don't pay Barkley no mind? Because I know that he's probably older than
I am. Well, with that coming along, it's time for that sponsor.
And we'll be right back in a few minutes.
For drone news and tech talk, tune in every Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to Wednesday Night with those guys.
That's right, with those guys.
Okay. Well, once again, for you guys that are down in Florida, our prayers are going out to you guys. I'm glad to hear Dan's okay. I don't know what's up with a few other influencers coming out of Florida. I haven't heard anything, but I'm guessing this, as soon as I see something on either Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, wherever people just are able to go live, because I'm sure electricity's going out down there by the hour.
You can, Phil. Go ahead, take a nap.
I don't blame Herman. I wish I could take a nap right now. Yeah, but you're at work, Philip.
Yeah,
everybody wants to take a nap at work.
Yeah, take a nap. Go ahead.
All right, what's coming up now?
Really, what's coming up now? We got some what is that they call some Prime Day deals. October.
He says he's way older than you.
Who?
It's Barkley. He says I'm retired.
Broccoli?
Yeah, broccoli. He says he's way older than you.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Lawrence, the Amazon Prime Day deals. I know Amazon Prime Day started yesterday, but you got up until midnight tonight, I guess, to take advantage of these Prime Day deals, and never has been a better time to get Amazon gear, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Because what do we got going on with Amazon gear?
Well, they have a crazy deal on this Action 3 right here, which I was even considering, but we already have one. But if we had another one, then I could smash, well, not intentionally, but smash one up, flying FPV. Then you got the Air 3. They say there's never been a better time than ever now to get DJI.
Well,
and go ahead.
But if you check it out, that Air 3, right, they have it at there, one for the Fly More combo for $1,239.
Yes. Or you can get it with the regular radio.
And that's
for what, 8 and change?
That's what the RC2 controller.
Right, the RCN2. Of course, the Neo, which a lot of people said
nah. RC2 controller.
A lot of people said, nah, I'm not getting it, Herman, and I'm seeing Neos pop up all over the place like a virus.
Because of all of the improvements that have been come out now since all of the reviewers now it's starting to ship. Everyone's loving it, and everyone is buying it because it's still sold out on DJI. And I don't understand that because Amazon's got them. So check it out on Amazon. Check out the links for it. You know, you can't beat it.
You can't miss them. All you type is DJI.
You know, Lawrence, if you got that link, please put it in there for me.
For Amazon?
Put it in the chat, yeah.
I don't know if they'll take on YouTube will take all of these letters here.
Oh,
nope.
Really?
Nope.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're on that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you got to go to Amazon, guys, and just type in DJI.
Okay. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll get it for you.
Hold on.
I get it for you.
Yeah, that long code that you sent. Well, those Amazon does that purposely.
No,
I want the Air 3S build. I want it too. We're going to talk about that later on.
I get it.
It's got something no other DJI drone at the consumer level has. We'll talk about it a little later.
You think it does? You really think?
Oh, yes, I know it does. Bill says, I turned 59 in August. I wish I was 29, but I feel like I'm 89. Damn,
that's not good.
You need more edibles. Start feeling younger.
You think that's what you think that would work?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Really?
Eat some edibles, you'll be running around. Mavic 4 Barkley, that is gonna be like Herman, we were talking about it earlier. Herman had mentioned it may start at about $4,000. If it has a 1-inch sensor and a 4/3, John Olson 79.
No.
Hey, View Chaser, how are you?
There will be no.
Could you imagine Barkley, a 4/3 sensor, a 1-inch sensor, and at 1/1/7? Yeah, Herm.
What?
You're looking for it.
What? I'm not looking for anything. I'm just trying to get that.
Oh, the link for the Amazon.
I'm trying. I'm on it. Don't worry about
it. I have the Fly More combo link.
I'm on it because the same deals, right?
There's the Fly More combo in the chat.
Well, if you're listening to me, Lawrence, the same deals can be found in a lot of places. But what I liked about these deals is that it's not so much that is that this is the same deals that carry over from Amazon are on DJI's website as well.
Okay, yes.
In store. So the same prices reflect over there. So if you want to check it out there, or you can check it out on the link that I'm posting in the in the description below. Hopefully you'll be able to get it there. Hopefully, like I said, you'll be able to get it from in the description below. So I put the link in the description below, so you should be able to get it there.
Okay.
Everybody's good.
All right. You added it to the description. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah, I see.
On Amazon. Your president is
Yeah,
on television.
It came up. I clicked on it and it came up just like that.
Really? Did it?
Yep. Open a new window and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so the link definitely does work. Anyway, if you haven't clicked that like button, please feel free to do so. How many likes do we have? I have to go here and refresh the page. No, I have to refresh this page because
the president is on television, right?
Which one? Present, past,
president,
future, past, present, future.
The president.
Oh, okay. The president is on. Okay.
He's talking about the storm.
Oh,
I can't hear him because we're doing the live stream. But
right.
Also on Amazon, from what I was looking, they're talking about now. What is it now? Almost, I don't know if you got the link, but it was the 20% off on the DJI Air 3, because now they're trying to offload the Air 3 at like $879. This is also, like I said, reflected in the prices. If I didn't say it before, on DJI, on their online store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Air 3, they did have. I did see that somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where am I searching?
Yeah, the poor Air 3, they're getting rid of it.
Well, you know what? The deal that they have as with the Air 3, I think, is good, due to the simple fact it's
I'm listening.
It's mad cheap. Here it is. Got it. Got the link right here. Air 3. Oh, I had that window open. Duh. Here we go. Dave. Nice one, Davey. You'd have to be an old timer to know where that one came from. Yeah, DJI Air 3 Fly More combo with the DJI RC RC2 radio with the screen and the antenna. For $1239.
And that, like I said, is also reflected on DJI.
Right. So even if you now look, this is saying it can deliver it tomorrow. Shit, let me turn that off. If I get a drone, I want that 3S or a Mavic 4. But you might want to wait on the 3S and hold out for that Mavic 4.
No,
we'll get into that later. Though, right, Armin?
There's no Mavic 4.
Oh, yo, Gary got it. Davy and Goliath. He got it. That good, Gary. Well, Gary's an old fart. So I guess I did the voice pretty good too then, because you there is smoke in your pocket, Lawrence. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You see how quick I turned the advertisement off? No, I'm good. I do not need to and cannot afford to buy another drone right now.
You're
I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Yeah, Gary did get that. Davy and Goliath. Yep. Used to come on here in the States. I don't know about Canada, but it used to come on here in the States on Sunday morning, right, Herman? I
Yeah.
think it was. Yeah, Sunday morning. Before usually before Catholic church or something would come on, they would show Davy and Goliath.
We said before Sunday Mass on television, Davy and
Mm-hmm.
Goliath. All right. You had
15 drones is enough, novice.
See,
You know what?
You had to flip the channel to get the what do you call it? What was it? Either Tarzan and then the Kung Fu flicks.
The Kung Fu flicks on Channel 5. Yes, you're right. You know what, Barkley? I'm actually to a point where I wish there were more people that came to our stream that flew FPV, because I have shit that I want to give away. FPV related, but none of you guys fly Crossfire. None of you guys build. Yeah, really. I have a frame here that I want to give away. I have a check this out. You know how they passed the law for that you can't go higher than 1 watt? Really? I have a Crossfire module that still can push 2 watts.
So why are you giving it away?
Scott, you fly Crossfire. No, Scott's changing over to he flies. Wait a minute, Scott does fly Crossfire. Scott, I will hit you up. We will talk. I'll DM you some of the stuff I have. You might be able to use. I don't see why not. I have a Tyrannus radio where I had the module in the back, the Crossfire module. I have Crossfire antennas with Crossfire nano receivers with the antennas. See, he says I am switching to ELRS. See. You're coming over to the dark side where I've gone.
The dark side, or is it
they say once you go ELRS, you're with the best.
That's what it is?
Yo, there's nothing. There's so far. You see this little antenna? My Pavo Pico has a little antenna like this, and I took my Pavo Pico 1/4 mile in a park with not even a flicker on video or signal. That's all I'm going to say. And it's one of the only protocols out there, Herman, that you can use Wi-Fi to update your receivers and radios.
Well, is that right?
Yes. What radio do I use now? I have this. I just got this. It comes preloaded with ELRS. It's the TX12 MK2, not just the TX12. Get the MK2. The only problem is this goes only as high as 250 hertz, but the module in the back does 1,000, which is what I have it for.
Right. I got you.
But he just asked some questions, so we will talk.
You're that guy that gets the car from the dealership, right? Lease to own, and then sells the factory rims and puts some bigger rims on the joint and takes off.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. Human reproduction class. What the hell are they going on in the chat?
What? Hold up, Barkley. What's going on, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
What's going on?
It would lead back to Barkley, right? I could see he was that kid in class that was real quiet, but when shit happened, he was back there giggling.
or the reason why. But yeah, Lawrence. Since last week, there's been a lot of stuff coming up from your man Igor, with as far as the him being on point with some of this stuff about the images for the Air 3S. Is that what you call it now? That is officially what it is, right?
Because, yes, it is official.
Because as far as the pictures and stuff that he has put out, we've seen a bunch of these pictures that he's been producing
At an alarming rate.
Right, but he's put out, not only pictures of this drone. We've seen a few pictures.
I like the way it looks, and
That's
there it is with that special
so,
feature, the
yeah.
special feature in the front.
We'll get into that in a minute, but there's a few things going on. But like, we were looking at we're going back before because we talked about what was that? There was when we had first mentioned it, we talked about how they had some filter system, some new batteries for it.
Right.
A lot of things that was going on. Even there was supposedly this wide angle lens going on with it. That's supposed to come out for it. And then now we see pictures revealing it with that lens. Here's what on the on this mural that they have at the
that's that rock.
Oh no! You want to know about the rock? The DJI rock?
Yeah. Hey Joe, welcome.
I don't know if I have a picture of the DJI rock in here, but they take a picture on that rock with everything. Let me see. Oh wow, I don't have a picture of it.
Oh damn. Anyway, if you don't know what rock we're talking about, DJI has one rock that they take lots of pictures on, behind, under, next to.
Yeah, the earlier pictures of the Air Air 3S was on that rock, and the Neo, and everything else. It's on that. I think it's in the same courtyard where they filmed that video with the little bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like we had mentioned earlier, prayers going out to everyone in Florida right now being hit by the storm. I actually have a radar of it. I just need to refresh the page to catch up the time, and just want to look at it real quick. Give me a second. This is, let it load up. And the eye does look like it's breaking up. But just to look at it real quick to give you guys a heads up on what's happening down in Florida. Of course, we don't want that. This is radar predicted up until 7:15 tonight. Right now it's 5:49, which is about right here where it is. Everything else is predicted after this point. But it looks like the eye is starting to break up, and hopefully you guys, it won't be too bad down there after getting hit with so many freaking hurricanes.
Well, I don't know
being sent.
Too bad, but I mean they didn't need it at all. But hopefully things will be okay.
Yeah, that's what we pray, that everything goes all right.
Lawrence, also, like I said, Igor and your buddy Jasper, they were Johnny on the spot. More so Igor with some of these things that came out, because he was the one that came out originally with like a 4-page release of specs. That was kind of interesting to me, because the specs, he dropped these specs, and I was like, wow, okay, well, let's look at this. Ooh.
Yeah, let's look at this. Says here are the key features of new drone. The weight is 724 grams. That has a little weight to it, but not too heavy. Dual camera, wide angle lens, medium telephoto, camera, wide angle CMOS, a 1-inch sensor, and a 1/2 9 times digital zoom, range of 24 meters. One aperture of 1.8 and 50 megapixel. We're talking, that's nice, because if I'm correct, The 1-inch has 50 megapixel, and the smaller lens camera, the smaller telephoto lens, has a 70 millimeter range. I think I remember seeing that somewhere.
Not sure, but
the larger 1-inch is 24 millimeter, and the smaller one telephoto is the damn, I forgot the number already.
What happened?
I forgot, 70 millimeter.
Well, let me show you something, because they have more features here that this is some of the stuff that he had pointed out here. Igor, if you look at that, the 4K 60.
Yes, see, now we're talking about the smaller end, the smaller camera. The second camera is the wide angle, the maximum, and this can shoot now in 4K 60 and 4K 120. The Air 3 can only shoot 120 at 1080p. So I thought I would point that out. Now the lens, the medium lens, the smaller sensor is 1/1/3 inch, and it goes from 3 times to 9 times zoom. I was correct, with a range of 70 millimeters, but the f-stop only goes to 2.8.
Well, that's fine.
But they will both, and it's 48 megapixel, which I do remember, but they will both be able to shoot at night. This is a first also for a drone to have both lenses shoot at night.
There's a lot more features to come.
And it shoots 4K. Okay. System ball, anti-shaking, 3-axis. They've changed something on the axis, on the 3-point axis system. 45-minute flight time, 1 minute less than the Air 3, but who cares? And here's something better. The Air 3, I think, only has an 8 gig internal on board. This one, they bumped up to 42 gigs.
Yeah.
And will support a micro SD card up to 512 gigs, shooting in 10-bit D-Log and HDL.
And I think those are two things that everybody complains the most about: internal storage and being able to capture more on an SD card.
Right, but here's the kicker. First time on a consumer level drone, LiDAR.
No, that's something we're going to dig deeper into a little bit.
Yes. Sensor barrier detector, a LiDAR. Now, you would be asking, why would they put LiDAR? Hey, Explicit, how are you, bro? Why would they put LiDAR on a drone? And, well,
I don't know.
We'll go into that a little later on, definitely. What else we got? Man?
What else do we have?
Now, the additional features, night mode and hyperlapse, have been enhanced.
Well, there's a few things.
There's APAS 5.0.
Well, hold on a second, Lawrence. Let me get into a few things here, because what I wanted to get into is, like I said, that Jasper and these guys, like I said, 6 days ago was on this. And we've seen so many of the photos. We've been talking about this thing for like a few weeks. And, Jasper himself has had a set of specs and stuff that he had put out. And I think it kind of like streamlines it a little bit better if you look at it. But he too speaks to some of these features that are on this drone. So
okay, right here. I'm sorry, I was in another window. You have image sensor is 1/1/3, which is a wide angle camera, 84-degree angle of field of view. That's pretty good. The aperture of 1.8, which is usually your standard, but 70 millimeter range is pretty good for that camera, for that tiny camera to be doing. ISO has been bumped up now on this. The ISO used to be a lot lower, and now normal is 12,800. It doesn't explain it here, but the ISO goes up, I think, to about 1,600.
Okay, so
yes, 16,000. I'm sorry, 16,000. It goes up from 100 to 16,000. I do remember seeing that 4K 120,
Mm-hmm.
1080 at 240,
Mm-hmm.
and for vertical shooting 2.7,
So,
60 frames.
so you're
So now
turning
you have vertical shooting. Now ask yourself, does the software switch it to vertical shooting, or when you switch to vertical shooting mode, does it turn everything vertical? That's interesting to
well,
know.
we'll see when this thing is released, because there's more features on it that I thought was interesting, because these are, I think they're turning this into a mini Mavic 3.
It's actually, you could say that. Someone says I did see where they said it's a cross between a Mavic 3
A mini Mavic 3
and an Air 3S. I mean, sorry, a Mavic 3 and an Air 3.
No,
That's what someone said.
these features are way beyond the Air 3.
Yes, they are, especially with LiDAR.
These features are way beyond, because
Charging time, 80 minutes. On 65 watts, if you have a 100-watt charger, you get 1 hour charging on batteries.
wow, okay.
So that's not bad, considering I'm still taking over an hour to charge with my batteries. Weather is fine here. Light rain. Good to hear, Scott. Good to hear. He's getting the tail. He's not in that area. I think Scott is further west, but I was wondering if they in that area from Louisiana over, were they getting any rain also?
Okay, because I tell you, Jasper, he was on the spot. Those pictures, there's been pictures. And when you start getting into talking about specs and stuff like that and the features, here we go back again with the talk about the LiDAR.
Okay. All right. Image quality. We'll go into this real quick. DJI boasts dual camera system with we talked about all of that, but here's what I want to talk about. Nightscape and omnidirectional obstacle sensing, forward-facing LiDAR, vision assist 2.1. Get used to hearing this, because I think from this point on, most drones on the level will have, excluding the mini because it's probably too heavy to put in, will have some type of LiDAR and added to it. Says the DJI is equipped with 4 fisheye lenses complemented by a new forward-facing LiDAR that enhances obstacle detection capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Herman and I were having a discussion about this. During flight, 6 vision sensors on the drone provide the front, back, left, right, and down, assisting in obstacle avoidance. So it has full 360 obstacle avoidance pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing they don't have is up.
Oh,
But I guess you wouldn't need it, because the other sensors, you would have to be seen by one of these other sensors. But this has also next-gen smart return to home. We haven't seen that yet. We've only seen a sample of it with the Mavic 3 with the augmented return to home, Herman, with the green line that you follow, the virtual path that you follow. This is supposed to be some next-gen stuff. So I'm wondering. Yes, it's with LiDAR. It's included with LiDAR. So does this thing return to home at a certain height? Does it go up to a certain height and make its way back? What does it do?
I'm curious to see the features, how they use the LiDAR on this, and I'm curious to see where they go from here with this LiDAR feature once they introduce this, because they've also shown these pictures here where now that nozzle on the drone will be operational. So
so it definitely this front LiDAR system, Air 3 does have that. I'm just saying, Herman had brought up something very a valid point about that LiDAR. With LiDAR, you'd be able to operate in a GPS denied environment, right, Herman?
No, they could.
Because now you don't need GPS to see where you're going. You have the LiDAR system.
Well, you could. you could. And the thing with what jumps out to me about
is
this,
the LiDAR system.
yeah, the LiDAR system. I can't front the LiDAR system
Because every drone from this point on should have it.
but oh yeah, we but
Thanks, Philip.
but truthfully speaking, Lawrence, we have seen, what's going to be in the box. We saw what's going to be in the box for what the fly was that the fly more combo, right? That's with the RC N3 controller.
Yes.
And we have also with the RC 2 controller. That's the fly more.
Yeah, you got the better controller. This is actually this bag. I saw this. We have a video we can show, but this bag has everything, holds everything, bro. All the batteries, the filters, all of this stuff fits in that bag there.
You think?
Yeah. In fact, I have something here.
Well, if you give me a chance to finish what I'm talking about, what I'm saying is that we had shown that everything that has come in the box, and everything, they were like, well, that's what they claim is going to be in the box. No one knows because, like I said, we don't have it yet, or no one has it yet. But there was an unboxing that was out there that was quite interesting to me. Because it shows what's in the box.
That same exact bag, and if you scan that QR code, that's just going to go to who? To that's your boy's QR code.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah. But this is what's in the bag. You get the box, and the bag is inside the box, straight, raw, like that. No plastic around it. I was like, damn. Suppose the box gets wet.
Now he claims that, well, I don't know. When I got the Mavic 3, that was in a white bag inside of the box.
Right. Inside, right. Everything is inside of plastic.
The controller that you see right there is in.
Yeah.
The bag was in the same type of bag. Now he claims that someone is selling this before the before the release. So I don't know. There's always a lot of hype on it, and to make sure that guys run out and get it because they want to make sure you can see exactly what you're getting.
Right. And there's always someone that has that one video of them purchasing it, or I want to see them snap that plastic off, because I want to see what that LiDAR looks like. I mean, I've watched the video before. Looks like it's a little problem taking that thing off. It didn't come off easy. You remember that piece?
Oh, what, the neck?
No, the styrofoam 2000.
Yeah, the neck, the piece that holds the neck.
All right.
Yeah, I got it around here somewhere.
And that's everything that's in the package. I'm sure there's the radio, dual antenna. I just wish they put a hard drive in one of these radios.
So there you go. Everything that's supposed to be in the box. But you know what, Lawrence? Let me ask you a question. Because you remember when we had this conversation and we said, like, how do you think that drones will be flying in the next 50 years? And you said something about like this orb or whatever. And and it's funny because everybody looks at the Skydio and they thought that that was a marvel and a genius and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the truth be told,
we passed the sponsor 6 minutes. Keep going.
I'm gonna get to the sponsor in a second.
Yeah.
But truth be told, that's not an old or new science. You understand?
Really?
That's not anything new. And I'll tell you why I say that in a second. Dronadir, if you're Part 107 and you're looking to scale your operations, book all your appointments, find new appointments, tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot, even set up your own website, then Dronadir is for you. Check it out, Dronadir. Now, what I was saying to you before about the whole oh yeah, I lost my train of thought. Help me out there, Lawrence.
You're talking about the Air 3S.
Yeah.
And I was watching the chat. I've lost with it also.
I was talking to you before we went to that break, but never mind. Yeah. So what I was saying before on the Air 3S, like we showed you that whole unboxing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested in seeing what's going on with this LiDAR. Will I get it? I don't think I need it. I mean, I'm not flying the drones that I have now for recreation. I may as well, you know what I mean? I'm just flying drones to work with right now.
Right.
You know, I think that it's gonna be a rush of drones coming out, and I think guys are gonna start stockpiling this shit because, truthfully speaking, they're coming out. They just keep coming out, and they just keep coming out, and they just keep coming out. But is there a feature on this drone that says to me, you got to have this?
The LiDAR.
Well, well, no. If you look at the camera system on it, truthfully speaking, I think this is where the guys that get on the S system with the Air 2S, I think this is where you might want to upgrade.
See, I do have an Air 2S. I'm quite happy with it. But you're damn right. You're damn right. A 1-inch sensor and a 70 millimeter telephoto.
But I think just like my man from what was that, the UFC, it's time. Yeah, it's time. It's time for you to change to the and get up to the Air 3S. Yeah.
But then that would mean I would be switching over to the OcuSync 4 architecture.
Don't worry about that. You still can have both.
Okay. Bob said from Old Parts with Drones.
You're a big boy. You can have the controller.
Yeah. And Bob was just mentioning that Billy, Kyle, Lon, Ken Dono, and Aldrin are all making it out there to Vegas. That's cool.
Okay.
That's what's up. Nice.
That is nice.
Yes. If we weren't doing football, hey, Frank Rizzo and Jim's droning. Frank Rizzo probably on his way home from work.
Trust me, football is the only thing that stopped me from going to that meetup.
Yeah.
Because I was going.
And hopefully we will be headed to the playoffs around that time.
Well, no, we will be. Yeah.
What's up, Jody? Hope all is well.
Jody,
we shall see
how
the season goes.
But seriously, there's been a lot of pictures that I told you that your buddy Igor and them put out, and saw the unboxing. the unboxing, I should say. And there's all these photos that he put out of this drone. So that's pretty much a wrap there on what you're gonna get, right? That's it in a nutshell, right? It is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
We've seen the specs, we've seen the photos, we've even seen photos that it takes.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And what do we got? We also have what? What do we got on it now? We also got what, a release date? We got a release date on that.
Yes, release date October 15th, 2024 at 9 a.m. If you notice, there's a dual screen on top and two sensors, the 1-inch sensor and the 1 over 1/3 sensor. If I had the money, I would jump on it. Just not right now. I can't get it.
Really?
I have other priorities.
What?
Called work.
Yeah.
Making more money.
Really?
Yeah. That would be either a late Christmas present around January to myself if I did get one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I'm in no rush.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let me ask you this: if there was another way other than if there was another way other than a traditional way for you to fly your drone, because I'm a true believer that technology, like when we talked about the orb and stuff like that you had mentioned, the orb, you said you would just open up and this thing would light up and then take off, and you would control it with your mind and everything like that in the next 50 years, right? But now we talk about, and you remember back when I told you when I got the Phantom 4 Pro, I got this little tiny drone that works with an app with your phone, and it flew, but it sucked. Yeah. And then those Holly Stone joints that fly with the phone app, they all suck. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
And this, we see the Neo came out, right? And it can function with your phone and the voice control and stuff like that. But truthfully speaking, and I'm like this, technology, and I'm telling you about Skydio. I mentioned that earlier. This is where I was going before about Skydio. And I said that Skydio, we talk about Skydio and like, oh, it was the greatest thing, or whatever. Oh, to follow with the beacon, the beacon. Drones have always had a beacon system. Always had a beacon system, especially the DJI drones. I don't know about anybody else, because it was in the controller. You can either have it your drone follow the controller or the home point on return to home. It's how you work the software in the system. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
The controller was always a beacon for that drone to come back to that controller or to the home point. So now what you do is in the software, you work the program for it to follow a beacon that is now separated from the controller. That's all they've done. That's all they've done. It's not done.
You're right. Jonathan agrees with you. He said truth, Phantom.
You understand what I'm saying to you? And this is what they've done. And now that since everybody now thinks that Skydio is the shiznit.
No.
DJI is
now that everyone's saying Skydio sucks.
Well, now that we know Skydio sucks. So now DJI show you, okay, now
what Jim Stoning said?
Same thing on better technology.
Like convincing someone your Volkswagen was Cadillac.
hey, listen, I love my Volkswagen.
Well, you had a GTI. Yours was maxed out.
But no, seriously, that is the thing where we're going with that. But No, seriously, but this is, listen, check it out.
Hey, Ray Kelly.
Next week Tuesday, right? Next week. Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, next week Tuesday, right? Yeah, next week Tuesday, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Be there or be square. You know what I mean? But I would jump on that if you want to upgrade your Air 3 to more to some better features, or you missed out on the Air 3 and you said, you know what, I'm gonna get I'm waiting for the Air 3S. This is a perfect time to upgrade if you need to. If not,
Have be one of the first to own a drone with lidar.
You're funny. Funny. No, but
You're flying that old thing. Mine has lidar.
you know what you.
I'm just saying. Hey, Jim's droning. I might tend to believe that. He said DJI had the beacon before Skydio ever released. I believe that. DJI has a vault. They're like, okay, Herman and Jim's coming out with this type of drone and it does this, and that. Let's let them launch, and then we'll launch something smaller that has all of that and some.
Well, did I show you the picture that they had?
Yeah. There's the beacon right there.
You know this DJI track. This track.
Now think about this: with that new lidar system and this beacon, I think the real Skydio is being born.
Well, I think this is something that is going to trickle down to everything now that comes out. So once this is released, I mean, you might not even see that tracker in effect until the rest of the drones that they have or have not mentioned yet.
Good question, Barkley. He says lidar is cool. I wonder what the range is. Now, just hypothetically thinking, Barkley, we use the Matterport Pro 3, right, Herman? Right. And that's lidar. And with that thing standing on a 4-foot tripod, it can scan as high as 3-4 stories high. If you remember when we were in that alleyway and we had to catch the shots, that it actually takes pictures. Not 4, I'd say about 3 stories high, 2.5 stories high.
It depends on what you're actually looking at, because to look at height is subjective because you're looking at the sky.
True. But I'm trying to do a comparison to, because Barkley says range.
No, I'm gonna explain it. The Matterport, right? The Matterport can capture a quality scan and sketch together up to 4 to 6 feet.
4 to 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now I'm thinking with the sensor being smaller than what's on the Matterport Pro 3, and answer to your question, Barkley, I'm thinking this thing may be able to see 6 feet in front of it, 6 to 10 feet in front of it. We don't know the size of the laser, like you said, but I'm guesstimating if you're moving forward, you need to be able to see at least 10 feet in front of you, lidar wise. Because the other sensors, Herman, can see up to 25 feet away.
Right.
So you got to have some medium in between. Does that little sensor see up to 25 feet also, or further?
We will not know until the launch on next Tuesday. So if you're not there, you won't know.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm guesstimating off the top of my head that with the sensors that are on there already for obstacle avoidance, the lidar should be able to see, if not equal to a little further past, the original sensors. meaning 25-foot minimum, maybe a little further. That's just off the top of my head, but what the hell do I know? It might only see 5 feet in front of it. Who the hell knows?
Crash right into the wall. Bang.
But you're right. We're turning off the other sensors and only using LiDAR to get through this forest of ivy. And it just get all tangled up.
That would be nice.
No, I don't think they would go for that.
Then we could just blame you.
But let's see. Seriously, let's see. We have no idea on this launch. Put it this way. I look forward to seeing the launch. I will, no matter where I am on that day, I will stop what I'm doing and pull my phone out and watch.
That's what you're gonna do.
Except if I'm flying a drone already. Then I'll have to watch the replay. I think Eldon said that his what was it? Neo finally shipped after a month. They were trying hover sales and didn't have any in stock. Wow. Oh, they were trying to hover sales. I did see something with that hover drone. Some people are disappointed, Herman. You're familiar with the one I'm talking about, right?
The hover?
The hover, because they have one in 4K and they have one in 8K. Well, I know someone had did a review with the Neo and the hover to see how well they would follow him. And he was very disappointed because the 8K does not shoot in 8K yet. He's like, maybe they'll fix it with firmware. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Here we go. Send me the hover. Send me the hover, and I'll do it.
So now you pay extra for this. You pay extra for this drone because of the 8K quality, and it doesn't have 8K, not even 6.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? I don't know about the hover drone, but we mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. I would love to see what's going on with the hover drone. I'm gonna check out some of the reviews on it. I don't want to speak ill on it, but because I don't have it to test. Right. But I thought it was something cheesy anyway from looking at the shit.
Well, it actually did pretty good in following the guy. It actually did very good. He got on his bike. He had he had the Neo here and the hover there, and he had them at different altitudes, and you could see them fighting around each other to keep up with him. But the hover did lose track of him one time. The Neo did not.
Okay, what is on a bicycle?
Yes, and the hover, the pictures seem to be a little blown out in auto settings, and the Neo seemed to be, which we know from DJI, a little contrasty.
Okay, what was he riding through? Like just regular open space, or?
It was actually a little bicycle path with trees and stuff on the sides of them and things. It was actually pretty good. Some of it would open up the open space, and then it would get really tight. And both of them seemed to do pretty good, though.
Okay.
The Neo did exceptionally well.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he even got stuck in a mud pile, and it just put on the brakes right there, right behind him.
Okay, I want to check that out. I want to change gear a little bit and talk about something that, I mean, I hate to be the guy to beat a dead horse, but we've talked extensively about the subject, and we've talked about, Stefanic's efforts to ban DJI from the CCP to the Drones for First Responders Act. We first mentioned this like 5 months ago, I believe, back April 24th, 2020 of this year.
Right.
On Wednesday night with those guys, 249. We also saw where the CEO of Skydio testified to malicious behavior by DJI. DJI has been from before that has been put on lists. Now DJI was put on other, just you know, marked as a security risk to the United States. It says that DJI is sharing critical information, the user's information that is captured in the infrastructure, selling it, using it, and sharing it with, the Chinese government. Like I said, we talked about this extensively here on the channel, and we've talked about it to the point where I'm almost sick of talking about it, but I'm glad to see that there has been some things that has been going on, because like I said, they've been deemed as a security risk. Lawmakers have stopped at nothing. Like I said, this has come up in a bill. It's been passed in the House and is now headed to the Senate.
Yep.
The CCP. We know that for a fact that it's headed to the Senate. Like I said, the CCP. And it's time. And the Senate has to vote on it, and I guess to see where it goes from here. DJI is a company that, just like any other company that has to go through the things that they go through as far as being vetted to get certain licensing to operate, to sell their product in a specific country. And here they need FCC licensing for radio usage and stuff like that to be able to operate on frequency. We know this for a fact, but DJI has volunteered for these security audits since 2017. But lawmakers keep saying that DJI is a security risk, and there are many government agencies that have not been allowed to purchase or use these products from DJI because of this security risk that we were told that was there, and this was through their enterprise fleet of drones, and not even to mention, like, to say they were using, to say the consumer purchase usage of the drone, but the enterprise level of the drones.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not, like I said, these agencies were not allowed to use these drones, and due to this so-called security risk, and many guys in the drone community amongst us sided with the government as to say that there must be something if they're saying something. And honestly, I will say to you, I too will say that there has to be a way of something, because why not? Because even when the Green Machine from Anzu Robotics, the Raptor, was going through their process, there were certain things that they say that are in the program or in the device that could be activated if possible, but there are ways of turning these things off, but it was not activated to be able to send this data anywhere, or if it could even capture any data. We talk about this thing. Last week we talked about a survey right here on the stream where we talked about the usage of what was it? It was drone pilots, right? Were curious about the data. They were saying that drone pilots were really interested in this, and the guys even they had a survey that talked about the percentage of how many pilots commercially were curious, or basically I think it's more of a curiosity sparked by Stefanik's talk,
right?
Because we have been flying for years and this talk never came up. Because even since Stefanik's talk, the insurance companies have jumped on board on this. And it's like, and I remember when we renewed the insurance laws, and the insurance company was asking us how do we secure the data, and this became a talk now, and it wasn't a talk before,
right?
Until these bills come up, and and I think that was interesting because we all in the community had argued and said that there was no malicious intent because we had heard and seen the talks from back in, was it
right? And if there was proof, they would have showed it.
Right, but from 2017 there wasn't any proof, and we knew that it was going to some events. Everybody talked about Amazon servers. Now, let's go most recent time, right? Most recently, there was some audits that was conducted by FTI Consulting.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
if you're not familiar with who
listen closely.
Consultant is,
FTI Consulting, NYC Stock Exchange, they're under FCN, is a global business advisory firm dedicated to helping organizations manage change, mitigate risk, and resolve disputes, financial, legal, operational, political, and regulatory, reputational, and transactional. With more than 8,000 employees located in 33 countries and territories, FTI Consulting Professionals works closely with clients to anticipate, illuminate, and overcome complex business challenges and make the most of opportunities. We strive to create substantial profitable growth while continuing to build on a shareholder value. Now, these people are going to blow Stefanik and all of them out of the water, because what we're about to tell you, this information is public on the internet. It has been made known in the very last week or so that there's proof that DJI drones don't do what the government says. Now, I'll let you finish after I just say this one sentence, Herman. We've always said if DJI was wrong, do it. If there was proof, show us. Well, now there's proof that Stefanik and the government is lying about what's going on. Okay, Herman, I'm done.
Well, the audit was conducted by FTI Consultant, and they have randomly grabbed 2 drones off the shelf. The Mavic 3 Enterprise and the Mavic 3 Thermal. And both of these drones were tested, as well as the software.
Mm-hmm.
The software was like I said, the drones and the software was tested, and the audit found that there was actually no data being transferred anywhere. That data wasn't actually even leaving the United States.
Correct.
That it was being held on servers here in the United States. No data is being transferred to China, and in this, with I don't know if anyone is familiar with the ability to local data mode, but in your local data mode, even still that there is
all of your drones have
absolutely no data whatsoever is being transferred back to the mothership, China, Las Vegas, Cleveland, or wherever,
Correct.
No. So there is nothing to fear as far as flying your DJI drones. It's still a concern to the community because this is still something that is on the table of the Senate, and I urge you guys, if there's any way,
Keep going to the Drone Alliance.
Keep going, because there's information out there that you now can arm yourself with. There's in Drone DJ, the Ishvina Singh. She's got a good article on it, and what is it? Russ, 51 Drones. He kind of basically is the same on this article that's in from Miss Singh has. So there's enough tools there for you to arm yourself to take it to your state officials, and please keep making your word be heard. There's a link in the description.
Yes, yes, there is.
The Drone Advocacy Alliance, please exercise.
Now, I just want to say one thing. For those of you who don't know what's going on here, this company, this particular company, I have to scroll up because there's so much here. FTI Consulting, they were hired to do an audit on the DJI Mavic 3 Enterprise and the Thermal. I want to point out that they have told us what DJI told us. DJI said if we turn off our data sharing, it will only be local to the United States. That this article has proved, that this is what their research has proved. But there's something called the restricted network mode. But those of you who don't know what a restricted network mode is, it means it's a setting that in DJI drones where you have access to the internet, but it's only going to a selective server. That's the server here in the United States. Now, there's also a mode called local data mode that you as local drone pilots can put your drone into. And basically, once you cache the map or area that you are, you would pretty much disconnect your drone from the internet. And your drone would go into local data mode, which means it would not transmit anything anywhere. And correct me if I'm wrong, Herman, but this is what DJI said they could do, and this is what they've done, right?
Yep, and everything is cool.
To comply with the United States government.
Well, not so much to comply with the United States government. It was always there.
Yeah, it was right. It was always a feature that was there, correct.
Now, turning off the data and your flight logs and stuff like that, that's something that was done recent. Right.
Yes, that's true. But I just wanted to point out, in the event once this news gets out there, but it's out there already because there are police precincts that refuse to switch over to Skydio across the United States and are still using DJI drones. And what they do is exactly what I said. They switch to LDM mode, which is local data mode. They cache the area. It's in memory of the radio, in memory of the drone. So it has a home spot. It knows where the radio is. And they proceed with whatever jobs they need to do. And nothing is transmitted anywhere. Now, as far as this restricted network mode, any DJI drone that is transmitting data over the internet stops here in the United States. Now, if that United States server is on the internet, DJI is doing what the hell they said they're going to do. Plain and simple.
Basically, like I said, there is absolutely no information being sent back to China. There is no information being sent to the mothership.
Yes.
There's no information being sent back to Cleveland.
And this was proven. And the reason I want to mention this one last thing, Herman, that this is important because we're not talking about our consumer drones that we take pictures and videos with. They did this with enterprise equipment. 90% of the United States doesn't
want to use.
Right. The Mavic 3 Enterprise right there. that Herman has.
I'll
What
still
law enforcement, search and rescue, everyone that's trying to do good out there with drones, they use enterprise version drones and industry drones out there, thermals, etc., to see what they were transmitting. And this company said nothing is leaving the United States. Now, the only thing that I'm worried about is the fact that they hid this law, this ban in a defense law.
in the defense bill.
In the defense bill.
Well,
And of course, our politicians, good or bad, are going to sign for the defense bill. And there's a chance it may slip through, but they have to bring this up again, don't they? To go in Congress, correct?
No, it's got to go to the Senate. And
The Senate. Sorry. It went through Congress. Now it's going to Senate.
Hear me out. I'm almost positive that they're aware of this already. We have to keep making it be known, keep beating them over the head with it. We have to bring it to their attention. If you can, in your messages to them, if whoever speaks, whoever sends letters, whoever emails, put it in.
And Vic Moss is working on that, I'm sure.
Listen,
for Drone Alliance.
Stefanik, I don't know. She may not be a bad person. I don't know her personally to say that she's a bad person, but her bill was totally was misinformed. And I get it. You got to do what you got to do. It's a time where we would like to move. We're moving into a different era. Love to bring manufacturing back to the United States.
We need it bad.
But listen.
Oh,
as much as we would like it to be, and I hate the whole thing about the patriot thing, being a patriot. I'm a realist. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, but I wanted to mention
it's not going to happen, and it's never going to happen to the magnitude of where it can actually be affordable.
True.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Because you would have to have every live-long entity of every industry here because it's already there. Equal.
Right. Now, as a last resort, I wanted to mention this. This is most crucial because even though there's proof now that DJI and like Bob said, we've known that stuff isn't going back, being transmitted back, but now there's proof, there's documented proof that none of this is true. Also, DJI, as a last resort, said as the situation evolves, DJI is considering U.S. manufacturing to address this concerns. And let me tell you why this is good. Because if the United States says, all right, we're going to go in with this ban, you can't sell drones here, and DJI opens a factory here in the United States, Anzu Robotics won't have to have their stuff built in Malaysia anymore. Contigo won't have to have their stuff built in Malaysia. These are American companies that can have the. Go ahead,
Lawrence. No, I don't want to cut you off, but what I want to elaborate on is what you would just mentioned.
What?
Because a lot of people, I think, get manufacturing and the name on the product confused. I think that sometimes when we look at the name on the product, we think that's the manufacturer.
I agree.
That's not the manufacturer. Hear me out on this one. In China and Korea and the places where manufacturing and over in
is large.
Singapore and what's the other? Malaysia.
Taiwan, Malaysia. There's millions of countries.
Where manufacturing is set up. Those factories, if you have a product that is built in that factory, you may have a product that is designed to be in that product that comes from other companies. Like take for instance, like the iPhone. Well, those screens on the iPhone, are developed by Samsung. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is. So
Yep.
the screens on the iPhone, right, are developed by Samsung, right? So Samsung has those screens built in the same factory
Mm-hmm.
that the iPhone is
Yep.
built.
Yep.
In the same factory where the Samsung phones are built.
Right.
You know,
If you
it's whose name is on the product.
exactly.
You understand what I'm saying to you? And if you go and you look it up, you'll find that you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, it is what it is. You know, some of these manufacturers, all of the products that's in your device is manufactured in the same building. And if you can't equal that, then you can't do better, and you can't bring the cost down.
I agree.
So
I
it'll
agree
never
100%.
it'll never happen because you gave it up years ago and it revolutionized while you were doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
understand? While you were chasing .coms, this thing was over there doing that.
True. True. Yes, Jim's 45-minute battery on the 3S. I'm
Mhm.
I'm I'm convinced.
That's
But
what's going
getting
to
back to this, now we have proof. Now there's proof. So if you want to, you can. The
Mhm.
company is called the company that did all of this research, and like we mentioned, they do this
FTI
around the
Consulting.
world. People around the world pay this FTI Consulting to come
Mhm.
in and mitigate and find out if something's going wrong with something somewhere. Did they make their money solving bullshit like what's going on with our
Mhm.
government and DJI? Now we have documentation that nothing from DJI is transmitted outside of the United States. Now, as far as these little cell phones, these Apples and Samsungs that you guys have, and your
Mhm.
Xboxes and your PCs, more information is going out of the freaking country at an alarming rate than anything. So let
I don't
DJI fucking breathe.
I don't think that those things are dangerous either because just like
I'm
because
over accentuating, but
no, because just like the I say that because just like the Anzu Robotics with the Raptor and the Raptor T, they function on American software. Google.
really, really,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's
So
interesting
the
to know.
only thing that the United States is worrying about with DJI is what the American people are worried about them doing to Google.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it in a nutshell. So with that being said,
In answer, just real quick, in answer to what Bob put, he said, normally I would say more competition gets better stuff, but I think DJI is excelling without competition. And the reason is, and this saves me from typing, the reason that's happening, Bob, is because the only places that can compete with DJI are places like the United States
mhm.
or
Well,
other parts of Europe or Canada. And right now, neither Canada, the United States, or Europe has the ability to build anything close to DJI. And even if they did have the technology now and they were working on it, it would still be 5 to 10 years before they could catch up to manufacturing.
see, the thing is, I'm not saying that we can't, and I'm not saying that we won't. Well,
Right.
I will say we won't, but I'm going to say that we can't because only because of the fact that not because of the knowledge and the technology, but we don't have the infrastructure.
Exactly.
Infrastructure is
Exactly. We need our kids. Our kids
infrastructure
are our
is the number one
infrastructure.
thing. Now watch this. When I went to school, I went to school for art. Yes, I went to school for art. I used to paint and draw and take pictures and do those kind of things. Yes, I went to school for art. I had a teacher that showed us artwork from kids in China.
Okay.
They used to make three-dimensional figures or artwork on a flat surface,
Right.
by using pieces of confetti.
Wow. You know how hard and intricate that is, and detailed.
Not when you got tiny fingers.
True.
Now let me show you a circuit board.
Right. Any circuit board looks like.
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I got you.
You see where I'm going with this?
And that's exactly how it went down.
I don't say this to be malicious, but it is, and it's a reality of where we are in this world.
Well, stop it, Jims. He says, so us Canadians are not smart enough, Lawrence?
No, it's not that.
No, he's being facetious saying
No, I'm just saying we develop a lot of good ideas. We just when it comes to industry, you'll take your product and you'll take it to somebody and they're like, okay, we bring it to manufacturing.
And here's my point.
It'll be made over there.
Here's your point. My answering your point, Herman. How many of you people out there are tired of paying somebody $20 to flip a freaking hamburger and give you attitude when you pay for it, and want you to check out yourself? We're not even going to go there. That's another stream.
Well, that'll never stop because of the word inflation. You're gonna, like I said, you can't ask a man to work to live under a bridge.
Yeah, or in his car.
Well, that's a step up.
Yeah, from under the bridge.
I can own a car with no place to live. How the hell did that happen? Yeah,
right. We can't and we won't. It's sad but true. We have one more story to get into, but there's proof now DJI is in the clear. Now we just need to spread the word.
Are you guys familiar with Joby? I don't know, Joby. The eVTOL company that's going to make the air taxis. Are you familiar with them? You're familiar with them, right, Lawrence?
Well, oh hell yeah, I have stock in them.
Oh,
fuck yeah.
Well, I told you
right here.
I
see what, huh?
I told you.
Yep. Joby, for those of you who don't know, is a eVTOL company. Go ahead, Herman.
You got a video, right?
Yes, I do. I'm queuing it up as we speak right now. Yes. I'm ready for you. Here we go. Check this out. Is it playing clean?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We've been talking about this company for years, Herman. New York City. Almost done. Hold in there. Hold on there. And that's it.
Okay.
That's
Now,
it. If you
I
don't know who
don't
the hell they are by now,
I don't know if you understand what I mean when I talk about Joby, because Joby has been on the stock exchange for the last 3 years now.
yep.
Joby has done they did a whole demonstration of this drone at Grand Central Station when
Yes.
they unveiled the drone. This is after the extensive talks of this drone. Well, we call it a drone because it is capable of flying autonomously without a pilot, but it will be featuring a pilot and 4 passengers. This is going to be the first air taxi that comes to fruition.
Yep.
It is on schedule to be used here in New York City by next year.
Yep.
They are on stage 4 of 5 with the certification when it comes to the FAA. And Uber and Toyota is on board, where Uber will be placing the orders, as you know, and you'll be able to, I guess, Uber to your Joby flight, and you'll be at JFK from Manhattan in 10 minutes, or to Newark in less than no time, or listen, this is coming to a city near you. They're planning this in Chicago and
Yep.
and
Cali.
also California. So
Yes.
this is coming to a city near you. There was a lot of naysayers, but it is going to happen. And this is the next generation of aviation. So let's see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Lars?
And honestly, I'm glad to hear something's coming to New York, to know that, hey, Lake Pilot, welcome. I'm still banking. I have stock in eHang also. Don't forget about them. They're just handling the Asian market. But getting back to what I was saying, I have big dreams and hopes for Joby, and as well as Archer, because Joby has a contract with Delta. If you
Yes.
remember, a while back, we did several stories on Archer, which is an eVTOL company that has contracts with United Airlines coming from Newark Airport. Now, this is going to be interesting because Joby is that much more ahead of Archer in the fact that they have actual flying models, and they're building a cater.
I think that Archer does too. And they're really
Yes, they have a plan also as of this year. But Joby's been flying around the United States and other parts of the world, showing people what they could do for a minute now.
Well, so did Archer. Archer did an actually demonstration here.
Yeah, and here in New York City also.
Yeah.
So now think about this. Here it is. You have two eVTOL companies dedicated to flying from local airports and places to Lower Manhattan, that same heliport.
Takes off like a helicopter, flips over, and flies like a plane.
It's manufacturing and core
minutes.
stuck on things we know work like gas, but don't want to evolve and continue to be years behind. A perfect example are drones. I agree with you, Eldon. 100%. We can do much more in the United States. This is still a strong country, and it will be a strong country. We just need to get off our asses and teach our kids. When they say infrastructure, I say our children are our infrastructure. And right now, the kids are too fucking soft.
We'll
talk about that in another sense.
It is and it isn't. We can develop it in the STEM area, but you still need a place to lay it out, because anything that they do and learn in the STEM area is only going to get developed either here for extremely. We're going to do it here for too much for a higher cost, or they're going to take the knowledge that they have and send it overseas to be manufactured and bring it back like a good patriot is supposed to.
Hey, quick question.
like they taught you years ago.
Quick question. We can go late tonight, right? Who's coming on behind us?
I don't
Hey,
know.
Ronnie.
Is anyone on?
If no one's coming on after us, we can stay on for a little bit longer. What the hell? If somebody's coming on, please correct us.
I think Johnny and them was coming on.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, then, if that's the case, then we're going to get out of here, and it's that time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's
Maybe
been nice.
next week, if no one comes on behind us, we'll stay on longer than 7, and let's see how that turns out.
We'll talk a little bit more. Yeah. Because I love hanging out and talking and sharing these things and sharing these thoughts because, listen, everyone has room to grow. And
Go
I don't
ahead.
care.
While you talk, I'm just showing this. Keep going.
I don't care who you are and how old you are. You can always learn from someone.
This is true.
My thing is, like Lawrence has always said, each one teach one. But we're looking at here, like I said, this storm looks really bad, and like I said, I hope for the best for everyone who's in the area. My prayers go out.
Definitely.
To those of you who are in the eye of this storm, hopefully everything will be okay.
Yes, yes. We appreciate you all. And please continue to come back. We're a small show. We tell people we're a small show, but you can learn a lot here.
We're a small show that talks a lot of stuff because you'll hear things here that you may not hear anywhere else.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Anything you want to say before we get out of here? Really? Because
prayers going out to everyone in and around the storm, and reach out to us on Facebook. Let us know that you're doing okay. We can pass the word on, whatever it takes to if you can get on your phone for 5 minutes and say we're okay, we're checking in, do that. We care.
And those of you who can donate, please donate.
Yes.
People need a lot of relief down there. There's people who have children. They're going to need a lot of diapers and formula and food for their children.
Animals, also pets.
So, yes. So if you can donate, please donate. I'm sorry I don't have anything here actually for where you can actually donate, but I'm quite sure if you reach out in your local areas, there are many places that are set up for you to donate. Please, if you can donate, and please help help people on the relief.
Thank you, Jim.
And with that being said, guys, and I'll see you next time with those guys.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Be safe out there.